breaking news. Teddy Prochazka, Nebraska's starting left tackle, has tore his ACL and will be out for the entire 2024 season. So in today's video, I'm going to give you my instant reaction to this news, what the Huskers do going forward, and why this is a terrible thing for Nebraska. So really quick, before we get into it, make sure to hit that like button if you enjoy breaking news coverage, talking Husker football. And hey, if you're new to the channel or just a returning viewer, I make a video talking about Nebraska every single day, and I'm not stopping anytime soon. So if you're a diehard fan of this program and you want daily content this fall talking about your favorite team, hit that subscribe button. It would help me out greatly. But let's get into it, talking about Teddy Prochazka. It was announced by Matt Rhule around an hour ago that he has tore his ACL and will be out for the entirety of 2024. Man, we cannot catch a break. This is the second time Teddy has been out with an ACL injury. Of course, in 2021, he tore it on his left leg, today on his right leg. And he's dealt with a bunch of other injuries throughout his career, ankle injuries, lower body injuries. This is a big problem with him, man. And it's honestly a conversation we had throughout the offseason was he's so tall, he's so big as a tackle, it's that 6'10", that a lot of these taller offensive linemen, they struggle with lower body injuries because they aren't stable. They don't have great flexibility. They don't have great core strength. And that's why if you look at the NFL, as of right now, there are 0 players who are 6'10" or taller who play offensive tackle. That's the reason why they struggle with injuries, and Teddy is the exact same way. So the Huskers lose out on a huge talent for this season. It looks like Turner Corcoran, without a battle, will be our left tackle. And this has been a huge 180 from our earlier talking points about this offensive line, right? A couple weeks ago, we said, oh, there's a lot of depth in that room. There's a lot of competition. Now with Teddy Prochazka being out and Henry Letufsky likely not being ready to go by the start of the season, there is no competition in that room. We know our starting 5, and for that reason, there is no depth. I'm going to tell you our swing tackles right now on the bench. You have either Gunnar Gatula, a second-year player, redshirt freshman, or you have Tyler Kanak, transfer from Utah last year, third-year player. Listen, those guys are fine, but they don't push the needle. They're not great options as depth pieces. And I'm going to tell you one thing. The offensive line gets banged up. That happens every single year. There's going to be some injuries. Turner Corcoran might go down. Micah Mazuka might go down. Bryce Benhart might go down. You're going to have some good depth in Nebraska. 2 of their best depth pieces are now out for the season. I'm going to tell you this. If somehow you get injured and banged up going into the back half of the year, it is going to be tough sledding for this offensive line. So you're hoping a lot of these guys I just mentioned, like a Gatula, like a Sam Sledge, like a Tyler Kanak, even like a Jacob Hood, that they continue to develop and they can possibly push the starters. But this is bad. This is really, really bad because the offensive line is the most important position for Nebraska, and you lose a key talent here. So Turner Corcoran will be our starter at left tackle. Again, a lot of people have a lot of opinions about that. He has not played good for the Huskers the last couple years. He's got bench time and time again. They've moved him to guard. They've moved him back to tackle. So I'm hoping Turner Corcoran could play at the level we know he can. People forget, he was a borderline 5-star coming out of high school. He was the real deal. So hopefully he can get back to that point. But I'm not expecting it. I think it'll probably be tough sledding, and I was hoping that Teddy Prochazka would push him for that tackle spot. So, all right, guys, not great news. Of course, Roger Gradney, like I mentioned in a previous video, also tore his ACL. He'll be out for the entire year. Injuries happen, man, and Nebraska is getting hit by the bug before we even get to the season. So let me know down below, what's your initial reaction to this news? Are you just as bummed as I am? And hey, if you made this far in the video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. And as always, folks, go be great, go Matt Rhule, and see you in the next one.